AITA for putting more effort into decorating my son's room than my stepdaughter's? I, 40F, have been with my husband, 43M, for several years. He has a daughter, 13F, from a previous relationship. When we started dating and I was introduced to her, he made it very clear that she already had parents and didn't need another one. What she needed was an advocate and mentor. I was absolutely fine with that and have always tried to respect those boundaries. For the most part, our relationship is good. She's a great kid. Now, we also have a son together, 3M. He's my first and only biological child, and I had wanted him for a very long time. Here's the issue. I had a very specific vision for my son's room that I'd planned well in advance. I painted 2 ombre walls that go from grass green to sky blue and transition into a dusty blue ceiling covered in glow-in-the-dark stars. His ceiling light has a sun-shaped lampshade, and his nightlight is a moon. He has a Montessori-style floor bed designed to look like a tent, a grassy rug, a ball pit that looks like a pool, tree trunk-shaped toy chests that double as chairs and a table, and a tree-shaped bookshelf. I paid for all of this myself. When it came to my stepdaughter's room, we asked her what she wanted. She said she wanted a reading nook, so we created one with a small round mattress, a ton of cushions in her favorite colors, and a mosquito net canopy. She chose her wall colors, solid block shades, and we did the room together. We split the cost 50/50. The rest of the furniture in her room was purchased by my husband before I came into the picture, and he doesn't see any point in replacing it since it's still in good condition. As a result, I didn't have much say in that space. Recently, after seeing my son's room fully set up, my stepdaughter got upset. She said I clearly put way more effort into his space than hers and accused me of playing favorites because he's actually mine. I tried to explain that I didn't want to overstep when it came to her room and that she made most of the choices herself. But now she feels hurt and like I don't care as much about her. I do feel guilty because I can see how, from her perspective, it looks unfair. But I also don't know how to navigate doing more without violating the boundaries my husband and I set early on. I'm not her parent, and I didn't want to push decisions onto her room. At the same time, I now wonder if I should have tried harder or been more involved. So Reddit. AITA?
Relevant comments. Commenter, info, why did you have to pay for 75% of the room decor and your husband paid for only 25%? Especially considering that your husband was the father of both children while you are only mother.
OP. I chose to foot the bill for my boy's room because I earn a bit more than my husband and my play money is more. I also chose every element in his room so I paid what I was comfortable with. The concept was that it stayed as a campsite but as his interests changed the elements would change, so if he liked dinosaurs it'd become a paleontology camp. I paid 50% because I wanted the cushions to be nicer, good quality cushions that were comfortable and squishy. Her dad isn't great at girls' stuff and is used to being very frugal due to only having one income. I at least got to go through Pinterest with her and decide what kind of nook she wanted. I'm also just the type of person who will get an idea and immediately act on it. Waiting for 50% of the funds just seemed tedious when I have the means to just do it.
Commenter 2, Dad is the one who said the furniture didn't need to be updated. You need to talk to him about this and tell him exactly what she said. Your son's room sounds like a dream, just needs dinosaur toys out the pooper emo, so I can totally understand her being this upset. Hopefully Dad will update her furniture, or let you work your magic on your own. Then, IKEA date. We hope, poor kid. She should also have at least one dinosaur.
OP. Dinosaurs were kind of the idea. If he likes dinosaurs then it becomes a paleontology camp, or if he likes Pokemon, it becomes a Pokemon camp. The room can adapt to his interests. Update. So, about 3 people asked for an update. So here's an update. To clarify, I paid for my son's room because I had a clear vision and didn't want to compromise. I would have done the same for my stepdaughter, but her room was more of a shared project. My husband is an amazing and super engaged dad. He just comes from a different mindset. Some people are savers, some are spenders. He's the former, I'm the latter, and honestly, it works for us. He's still getting used to the idea that we can spend money just to make life nicer. My stepdaughter ended up apologizing. She said, coming back from her mom's, where she shares a room, and seeing her little brother's room made her feel left out. It feels like he always gets the cool stuff and even his daycare is better equipped than hers was. He won't have to deal with bouncing between homes like she does. She knows it's not about love and she adores her brother, but she gets a little jealous sometimes. She still likes her room, especially the nook, but wanted it to feel more hers. We picked out a pastel sunset mural, and we're adding a dance corner with a bar and mirrors, plus lights and drapes around her bed to cozy it up. She's really excited now.
Relevant comments. Commenter 1, thanks for the update. I was a bit worried about your relationship with stepdaughter. Unfair about her blaming only you, but she apologized. Good. You sound amazing. I'm a little jealous with how you did your son's room, such creativity. Commenter 2, as a stepmom to girls, I totally get the can't win scenario you're in. I'm glad she could see it for what it was and you could work together to make her room what she loves.
OP. She really is an awesome kid.
Commenter 3, that's an awesome update. I was hoping more personal touches would be added to her room, hopefully that'll really help. It sounds like your stepdaughter is a really good kid that she was able to apologize and recognize all that. It may be time to reevaluate your role in your stepdaughter's life. If your stepdaughter wants you to have a more involved role, it sounds like you should.